look at that. 2025 DR-Z4S. Let's take a closer look at it. Right side we have our starter button, and then we have four-way flashers there, the hazard button. High beam switch, up and down arrow to change your settings, and then mode. Let's just walk through some of the settings here. So if we hit the mode button, our Suzuki drive mode selector lights up. And we have three modes, C, B, and A, or A, B, and C, depending on which way we go with the arrow. If we hit mode again, then we're down in traction control. We have traction control 2, which is the most aggressive, so the tamest setting, and then traction control 1, and then traction control off also disables the rear ABS. So essentially what the gentleman was saying from Suzuki is a good example of Suzuki drive mode selector C, and then traction control 2 would be like a rain mode. So that's probably the easiest way to describe that as far as mode 1 and 2. Now I have not yet figured out how to get in and reset our trip meter. I pressed the adjust button and all that did was get me into the mode where it changes the clock. So then when we don't have the mode selected, neither of those two are highlighted. If we press this, either the up or down arrow, then it cycles through. So there's our miles per gallon, there's our trip B, and then trip B miles per gallon. Voltage, that's really nice if you're running a lot of accessories to be able to see the voltage. There's our odometer, miles per gallon, and then trip A, and then our trip A, miles per gallon, and then we're back to trip B. Our gear indicator up here, fuel gauge across the top. Only thing I cannot figure out is how to get in and mess with the trip meters. If I press that and hold it, I got into the clock, and then I started pressing it again, and then it just started to change the clock display to reset the clock. Try that again. Yeah, see there it goes to the hour. Then it goes to minutes. Yeah, then I pressed it and released it, or released it and then pressed it again and held it, and then it went back to just normal display. So yeah, I just don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait for the owner's manual to come out for that. This little button down at the lower left corner of the display panel is off-road ABS on-off. So when you press that, then it disables the rear ABS. So this is just a quick access function to disable the rear ABS. I later on found out that the way you disable front ABS is by setting traction control mode to TC off. When you have TC off, it disables traction control, front ABS, and rear ABS. Be sure to drop a comment down below and ask any questions if you've got any, and I'll be sure to try to answer those. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because over the next week or two I'll be adding a bunch more videos, as well as some montage videos of a bunch of photos that I took of both bikes. I got a lot of close-up photos and a lot of general overview photos.